Yes, back here in my typical spot. Think I'm gonna have to go somewhere else because the sun is crazy, but so I'm pretty sure you guys were not expecting this video. Had to make sure the sun didn't ruin or completely destroy my shot. So let's get this video underway. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys, well, most of you guys, some of you guys pretty much know where this video is going. But still stay tuned, stick around, watch, because I do have some BMW information that I might drop down in here too as well, because you know, we all know you BMW guys ain't gonna watch this video. But with that being said, super shout out to all my slow speeders. If you guys have not subscribed, definitely go down below, hit the subscribe button, like, drop a comment. Remember, emojis matter too. The reason why that hood is up on the Honda is because it's been overheating a little bit. Not really a lot, believe it or not. The oil light's flickering a little bit, so I like how I find. It's been doing this for like a couple weeks now, right? I think I need a clutch. Just a bunch of issues or crap that's been happening for the past couple weeks that, well, I haven't really cared about. So I went ahead and popped the hood just to take a look to see what's going on down there. The car has no oil and no coolant at all. Those of you who not had a formal welcome to my Honda, yep, that looks good. I heard it like boiling in here. I don't know what was boiling if there ain't nothing in here, but we got the no oil. No oil in there. There ain't no oil in there. So I'm not sure if any of you guys that clicked on this video is familiar with cars, but it's not supposed to be like that. But I'll explain why I really don't care as much as, well, I think I should. Kind of traded this car for a Spool FX 150 pump. Shout out to Spool Performance, but got that pump a while back for a, let's just say, discounted price. Now this is a 1997 Honda Civic. Believe it or not, the car came with a lot more than I thought. You could go check out the previous Honda videos in this playlist and you'll see. But you know, when I got this car, I was going through stuff with the 435. I kind of started to hate cars, which should never be the case. The cars or the car scene or any of that crap should not stress you out. I don't even understand why it stressed so many people out to go on Instagram and type in so much crap about the car scene. Who cares? Well, I don't care. It's supposed to be for fun, so let's have fun. This car right here, it never really was a car that I ever wanted. I never cared to have a Civic. It came with a manual trans. That's one thing. I did want a manual. And I bought this car. I had so many plans for it because it was so cheap to modify. You know, I wanted this car to beat around, big turbo and crazy thing, because I seen the price and how cheap everything was on this car. Now with that being said, just like a terrible relationship, I was trying to find an easy, peaceful way to separate myself from the 435 and pretty much the wrongdoing that I've done. I figured, well, worst case scenario, I got to take a break from Beamers for a while, scrap the 435, you know, get my money up and then pick up something else. So I figured, hey, this Honda will be a perfect car to just, you know, mob around in until that happens, and I can build it up for the channel. But here's what happened, and this is why this car will not be being built for the channel. I'm gonna spill the beans right now. Well, you know, I don't really care about the car. And what makes cars so great, you guys know, this is like maybe my 4th or 5th beater car. What makes cars so great, or beater cars so great, is the fact that you don't care about them. I pay for cash. The insurance is paid for a year on the car already. Don't require that much gas, 87. Don't gotta worry about tuning it. Tires are brand new. My point is, pretty much for the next year or so, the car's pretty much good to go. I can leave it for 6 months, not care about it, not break a sweat because everything is paid. I can drive it for 6 months. I can crash it. It can break down. Like, anything can happen to this car, and I'll walk out with a smile on my face. The only tool that I had to keep is a Phillips screwdriver. I'll just unscrew the license plates off of it, turn them in, call insurance, and get like my refund back. So if that's not a reason to buy something like this, I don't know what is. The peace and mind of owning a beater car is simply like, it's insane. It is insane. This thing doesn't affect my budget at all in life. And that's the good part about it. Now, I wouldn't want to say that this is my daily, because to be honest with you, I don't have a daily. I just cycle between what I want to drive for that day. If I want to drive the BMW 364 days out of the year, I'll do that. If I want to drive this thing 364 days out of the year, I'll do that. And the same applies to my motorcycle, which actually gets like 2 days per year now. Now, with that being said, I went through phases. When I first got this car, I'm gonna make it super clean, put like an EM1 front end, headlights, grill, the whole nine, make it a clean build. And the reason why that's pretty much dumb is, well, because let's be real, man. You can steal this thing with a screwdriver. So I'm gonna do all that work to it, and somebody gonna walk down the street. Oh, look, I would like all those parts. Pop it, steal it, and boom. They got themselves an EM1 conversion kit. The only other part that sucks is, well, if I make this car really nice and I have my BMW and my bike, which I really don't want the bike and the BMW to go missing or get scratched, then I have no more cars to just beat on. The beauty about this, you can wake up and you make it work in like 10 minutes. Probably gonna be a little late because this thing got about 100 horsepower. And you hit a curb or anything, nothing really matters. You see where I'm getting at with this, guys? You could do anything to this car, anything can happen to this car, and as long as you're able to walk out unhurt, healthy, and alive, well, in order for you to be unhurt and healthy, you gotta be alive. But my point is, it doesn't matter, and that's the beauty of it. I think everybody needs a beater car to be able to drive whenever they want to, or whenever you gotta go somewhere sketchy, or whatever the case may be, because in the end of the day, whatever happens to this car, happens to this car. Now, a lot of people know that these cars can take a beating. You can shove tons of power in it, throw a turbo in it for a very, very cheap price, and we'll have a lot of fun. This is why I won't be doing that. Aside from the fact that I want this car to be reliable-ish beater or whatever the case may be, I realized something about this car. I watched a lot of videos and these things are able to go really, really fast. But unless you do a lot for traction and safety, this car's gonna be a death trap. The reason I say that is because, well, you guys know how I like to drive. Brakes, the suspension, stock that is on this car is not even capable of handling any more than like 200 horsepower to the wheels. And it's very unfortunate, but a lot of like street racing accidents in these cars end in fatalities. I mean, a lot of cars in general, but this car will split in half like a tuna can, and the engine will be right here and the trans will be right there. This car makes no power, no power. But get me on the highway already doing about 70 to 80 miles an hour, and you'll see the biggest smile on my face, just like I was in my M340i. Just a little quick side note for those of you who watch the channel who might have a Honda, watch the channel that might have Infiniti, BMW. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm gonna be straight up real with you guys right now. Here's a message for you guys, all right? It don't matter where you at in life right now. I'll be honest with you, you can always go up. If you think you're at the bottom, well, chances are you probably are at the bottom or not too far from it. But in the end of the day, there's no worse you can get from the bottom. So, I mean, time to start packing up, riding to the top. If you don't have the car you want, grind, you'll get it. If you don't have the house you want, grind, you'll get it. I don't care if you're 30 or 40 years old. This whole time thing, age thing has to stop. You know, I'm tired of hearing the people saying, oh my God, I'm 30 years old, I need to have a kid now. Or I'm 35 and all my friends have houses, I need to get a house or a car or whatever the case may be. You get what you get, that'll make you happy whenever you feel like you need it. You're 75, you're getting old, when you're talking about things you should have done in the past, that's a different story. You guys who still got a little life left in you, man, and you feel like you're at rock bottom, which by the way does not mean anything about the car you own or where you live or anything of that nature, bro, get up, pack it up, wipe up the tears, grind, and go get something and make yourself happy. Like I said, I walk out of this car with a smile on my face, and you can ask anybody I know. Anybody, people watch this video that know me in the comments, they'll put it down below if I'm lying. I get out of this with just as big as a smile on my face as I get off the motorcycle, just as big as a smile on my face I get out the M340. Same thing for the 435, except for when it broke. Even I had a smile on my face then. More of the story is, get a beater for cheap. You beat it up, you don't fix it, you just let it drive, you just drive it, and you'll have fun. I'm telling you guys right now. Just take a look at this, man. I want y'all to take a look at this right now. Right here is a nice custom upgraded steering wheel. I have a lot of play in the steering. Well, these bolts get loose from time to time. I just honestly screw them back in and it gets tight. Whenever it starts to get loose again, I just tighten them up again. No big deal. If I do a hard enough pull, this horn comes out, which is not even really connected to anything. Hey, listen, I just shove it back in. Or I leave it, there we go. Shove it back in. This right here, prized possession, Apple CarPlay Sony radio. This thing is huge. Don't make any sense to be in this car, but I put it in here anyway because, well, if I have CarPlay in the M340, I want CarPlay in this too. Don't even know where that panel is, but I'm not about to be that OEM guy to go spend more money on another freaking OEM panel. It doesn't really matter. Now, I'm gonna go close this out because I want this video to get to you guys today on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys. Yeah, I got something coming up soon. I want to do like another channel, another like a podcast thing with me just running my mouth about like stories and stuff that I did or this, that, and the third. Not car related. So So yeah, stay tuned for that. Me and my brother, we locking in and we're gonna figure out how to do one of those little things. I think you guys will get a kick out of it because apparently I'm very dramatic and a decent storyteller. So stay tuned for that. Mike from Slow Speed. Peace out, guys.